Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjalashadakaya Chakshurunmiritam mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Akandamandalakaram Vyaptam mena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
So if anyone has any questions, feel free to write it in the chat group, preferably in English, please. If you can use Google Translate before typing, that would be useful. We have
sensible yogic question.
sensible yogic question. We have the first question from Jenny asking, what day should rest be officially?
Officially, moon days you should take off, and weekly 1 day you should take off. Maybe Saturday or Sunday, any day which is convenient for you. 1 day it's important to rest the entire body, since you are practicing for the entire week. So 1 day you should rest your body. Don't do any physical exercise. So your body feels very fresh the next week. We are doing lots of asanas. We are twisting, turning. We are working too hard. So 1 day the body needs total rest. On that day, you can do oil bath and just relax.
There's another question here from Swan and Chris. You often recommend Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna tells Arjuna to fight, but Gandhi used non-violence resistance. Do you think Gandhi's idea is different from that of the Bhagavad Gita?
See, it is totally a different scenario, a different time, and different time, and you have to see why Bhagavad Gita is totally different time. It needed some things to bring in the society, good things to the society. So there's lots of evil activities at that time. So Bhagavad Gita to re-establish dharma, there was no dharma at all. Dharma was zero at Bhagavad Gita time. So to bring back good thing to society, they had to fight. They had to kill all the evil activities. So that is why in Bhagavad Gita, to re-establish a healthy society, they had to do this war, because the dharma went to a very, very high peak. So to re-establish dharma, you have to read Bhagavad Gita. You cannot just read Bhagavad Gita. You have to see Mahabharata. You have to read Mahabharata to understand why Bhagavad Gita happened, why the big war happened in Mahabharata. So to understand this, you need to read Mahabharata. It's a very huge story. You need to understand that why this happened. Gandhiji, he followed ahimsa. He followed his own way to bring freedom to India. That was to bring freedom to India. There was lots of conflict between Britishers and Indians were happening at this time. In 1947, we got independence. At that time, there were many others also who fought. Not only Gandhi, there was other Subhash Chandra Bose was there, Patel was there. There was many other freedom fighters who fought. And if you go to the history of India, Mahatma Gandhi is the greatest of all times. He fought through his own way, that is through ahimsa. So everybody has their own way of fighting this. So Mahatma Gandhi was one, but it's totally a different era. Bhagavad Gita is in a totally different time. You have to see why there were so many options which Krishna gave to everyone not to fight. He said ahimsa, even there was ahimsa there at Bhagavad Gita time, at Mahabharata time. He gave that option to everyone. He said, without himsa, we can do it. By following ahimsa, we can do it. You can just compromise. You can just give what everyone wants, and you can be happy. You have to understand there is two parts. There is one Kaurava and Pandavas. So Kauravas did many bad things to Pandavas. So if the Kauravas had compromised and they had given everything to Pandavas, the dharma would have been established very well at that time without any conflict, without any fighting, without any war. But it had gone to that peak that it was important to vanish. So now, if the society, for example, now the society is going through coronavirus. What is the solution for coronavirus? You have to kill it, right? Otherwise, it keeps spreading to each and everyone. So if you say, I don't want to kill, I'm following ahimsa, so I don't want to kill coronavirus, so it will spread to everyone. Is it not true? Like that, we have gone through many things in the past. This is new for us because we have not experienced in our lifetime. So this came now that we are all experiencing, and we are finding a solution to get rid of this. Everyone is researching vaccination, all those things, because if we don't find a vaccination, this will spread to everyone. So exactly like that, at that time, the adharma was so strong. It was like a virus at that time. It was spreading to each and everyone. It was spoiling the society. It was spoiling everyone's peace. No one could sit peacefully at that time. So at that time, that was very important to re-establish the society, to re-establish dharma. So that is why that happened. So this is why in Arjuna, Sri Krishna says to Arjuna that he has to fight. That is dharma, to re-establish it. Okay. I hope it makes sense. You have to read Mahabharata to understand why it happened. You cannot take one verse or two verse and say, oh, this was like this was like that. It is two different things.
The next question was from Zamina Cortez. Since we started online classes, we are doing 8 Surya Namaskara A and 5B. Should we start
7 Surya Namaskara, 7 first one.
Okay, should we start doing that in the daily practice? And if we're teaching, should we also teach the same?
No, this I'm doing because just students are sometimes they are late to get into online, so they are not missing 1 or 2 Surya Namaskara extra we are doing. They are not missing the class. That is one reason. And then another reason is we're all in a cold country right now, many of you, and it is nice to get warm up a little bit. So that's why I'm doing 7 Surya. But in your regular practice, 5 is good. 5 first Surya Namaskara, 3 second Surya Namaskara is good. That should be fine. If you are a beginner, if you don't have too many asanas, like if you are stopping at, for example, Marichasana D, then you can increase Surnamskara. You can do up to 8, second one 6, like that.
Just a side note, the translators from Japan, Hiromi, asked if you could give a little bit of break between a sentence and the answer while she's explaining in Japanese. We forgot.
I forgot.
I also forgot.
It's sometimes it's difficult to break and say. It's
Yeah.
When I'm saying is spontaneously, it's better without any break.
I will try to speak super slow.
Okay.
Ian Bruce asks, when we have self-practice, what should be the speed of the breaths be? When I have my self-practice, the vinyasas are faster than you led us through, but the state of the asana is longer or slower for the 5 breaths.
See, in let class, I have to monitor each and every student and see, give some time for student to, here we are all doing together. In let class, everyone is doing together. To keep that rhythm, I have to go a little slowly, give some time for everyone to catch up with each other. Normally, you should not do it when you're doing self practice. Don't do it too fast, don't do it too slow. You have to keep it in the middle. How much ever your breath you can take. If you can't go very slowly. If you do like that, it takes forever to do primary series. So keep it in the medium. You can't go too fast also, like that. You have to just see how much inhalation you can take. Each, like slowly, like that. Not too fast, not too slow. You have to keep it in the middle. So your primary series should be for at least 1 hour, 15 minutes to 20 minutes or 25 minutes. 1 hour, 25 minutes to 1 hour, 30 minutes of your asana practice, including your finishing postures. That should be fine. Sometimes it's very difficult to tell online. When you come to the class, when you take classes with me in Mysore or somewhere else, it is easy to see in what pace you are doing. Your breath and your posture should synchronize properly. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm trying to look to see whether it's okay to ask the next one yet from a facial expression.
I had to get up at 1:30 today, so I'm little.
Kuko asks, may I ask the meaning of the chanting that you just did at the beginning of the conference?
That is just to thank all the gurus. It is basically a guru mantra. Guru is the teacher, is the master who removes all the obstacles in us and guides us towards the true spiritual knowledge. So that is only Guru can give that knowledge. So I'm praying for the Guru who taught me. That is my grandfather, of course, and other spiritual gurus who lived in the past, who gave us this knowledge. Through this knowledge, we can bring brightness within us. Brightness means bring proper spiritual knowledge so that we can get enlightened in this life. Remove all the obstacles in us, remove all the delusions. For that, we need a guru to guide us. So that guru, we are praying for that guru. Is it slow enough to follow?
I think so. I hadn't had any message from the translators yet. I can see Susanna translating. Okay, thumbs up. There's another question from Monica Pramudita. How do you restore stamina through yoga after being exposed to coronavirus?
Breathing. Breathing plays a very big role in keeping your stamina and strength, everything. It is not the posture, it is also breathing. When we inhalation, exhalation, when we do it properly, while doing the postures, this will strengthen your body. Each and every organ gets strengthened, including your lungs, respiratory organs. Once you strengthen the respiratory organs, they are from past 1 year now, all the doctors are doing research. What coronavirus does, where it affects your respiratory organs, your lungs. And it affects that, and you get pneumonia. This is how breathlessness, it's difficult to breathe. You have difficulty in breathing. This is all the symptoms of coronavirus. So what yoga does, it strengthens your nervous system. At the same time, it strengthens your respiratory organs. So you'll get back stamina once you keep doing all your regular asana practice. And then do all the pranayama, like simple pranayama. You should not do some students are offering, some teachers are offering pranayama online, which is not recommended. I don't recommend you to do that, because pranayama is some kumbhaka pranayama, all those pranayamas are very difficult. You cannot teach online. You have to be with a guru physically and stay there, and guru has to monitor you before they teach. It's unfortunate that many of them are teaching it online. It can bring a reverse effect. So you have to be very careful with what you are doing. Sometimes doing certain pranayamas, you'll can get diseases. Instead of get rid of diseases, you will gain diseases. So you have to be very careful. Your regular asana practice will bring you stamina with proper breathing. And make every day, take little hot water. Always drink hot water. Don't drink cold water. Drink hot water. Boil the water every day and keep it little warm and drink. This is very good for your body. Use some honey, turmeric. All these are very good to keep your immunity high and stamina, strength, everything. Don't use too much. Again, like half teaspoon of turmeric and half spoon of honey. These are very good.
There is a question here from Fenya Su.
Here you changed already. Your screen went somewhere there on the right side.
Screen?
Okay.
Can you see
You
me?
were here.
Oh.
Suddenly you were on the left side, you went on right side. It's okay. I'm trying to find you.
Fenyasu asks, what's the music playing in the background while we lay down in the end? Thank you.
Now that's a Carnatic music, classical music. We call it as Devara Nama. Devar means a God, verses which is sung to God. So that verses I had put.
I have a question. How is everything in India right now?
India is same. It's doing good actually. You mean with coronavirus or
Yeah, with the
economy wise?
everything.
Economy wise, India is doing very well actually from past 6 months.
Yeah. A lot of people wondering when we can go back to Mysore.
Lots of So the scenario here is not that good with with around the Shala, all those things around Mysore, because many people they want foreigners to come, because without foreigners coming, without them coming to Mysore, they don't have any income. Like many houses are empty, there's no rentals going on. So these kind of problems are there. Many people are suffering that. Once the students come, everyone will get job. Even the auto people, many around in Mysore, Gokulam and around that area, there are many retired persons like little elderly aged. They are renting the houses to foreign students. That is the only income they get here. So that has been hit very badly. So I hopefully it will be good when all the students come. Other than that, Mysore is doing very good actually. It's little cold in the mornings.
I think so many of us are anxious to go back and just wondering,
Yeah,
chance.
I think safety is more important right now. We all have to think about safety. Even if it's not safe if you come here, it's not safe for Mysoreans. So once we get once the vaccine is there, then everyone can travel. I think it will be normal at that time.
I think all of us look forward to that day. We have a question from Anchi Sai. Could you explain how the second series can purify the nervous system?
How explain means there are many asanas. It is not just only second series. First, you have to bring perfection in first series. There are many asanas which work on certain parts of your body, which purifies the certain organs in your body. It purifies the nervous system. It is not just second series is little more intense than primary series, but primary series also has many asanas which purifies your nervous system and strengthens your body. So you cannot say how it happens. It happens through practice. That's all. By doing postures in right way, in right manner, it will happen. Okay.
Adelita, could you explain parampara? And
It is like brushing your teeth. If you ask someone how your teeth will get white, how it will get white means every day you have to brush it properly. If you brush your teeth properly, consciously and seeing, so your you get your teeth will get, your mouth will get fresh. It will be pure. Exactly like that. Every day you have to keep practicing primary, and when you are ready, you have to practice intermediate. Like every day, by doing that, you are cleansing the body. You're cleansing your nervous system. You're bringing all toxins outside. This is how your body gets purified. This is how you cure diseases. It is not like a tablet. If you have headache, you just take one tablet, or headache is gone. It's not like that. It's many, many years of practice, months together, years together of practice. By doing that, we can cleanse our body. Yeah, now I'm done with that question.
No problem. Um, Adelita asks, how do you explain parampara?
How do I explain parampara? Parampara means lineage. How do you explain parampara? If you dedicate your devote yourself to your guru, who comes from a lineage, who has followed the same, like we have Rama Mohana Brahmachari, who was Krishnamacharya's guru. Krishnamacharya spent lots of time with with Ramamohana Brahmachari to gain the knowledge. So he followed his teachings and did research in that, and then he taught to his students. This is called as parampara, which comes from a lineage, which comes from, it's like a chain, which comes from one to another to another, like that. But devoting yourself to your guru, who comes from a lineage, so that you will follow that lineage, so you become the lineage holder. So in Bhagavad Gita also, it explains, it says yoga should always come through a lineage. You cannot learn yoga through a book. Yoga through, nowadays you have lots of videos on YouTube, on Instagram. This is just an exhibition, but you won't learn through that. If you try to do whatever is there on YouTube, or whatever is there on Instagram, you'll break your body. Yoga is not learnt like that. Yoga is learnt only through devotion, devoting to your teacher, so that all this knowledge will come to you day by day, year by year. So this is called as parampara. Nowadays, then the problem with the new generation is they don't want to spend that much time. They want everything instant. So instantly, if you go get it, it will go very fast from you. It won't stay strong within you. If you want the yoga to stay strong within you, if you want to grow in that, you need to spend more and more time. It is not just physical. Yoga is not physical. It is physical, but it's not 100% physical. There is other aspects of yoga which you need to learn from your guru. So for that, you need to spend more time with the guru. Then only the energies will start coming to you. You can feel that energy. Like this, when we are doing Zoom, we cannot experience the energies. We cannot experience a guru's energy. So like that, parampara comes from one to another, guru to shishya. That's why it's called as Guru Shishya Parampara. Guru Shishya Parampara is most important. Imam vivasvate yogam proktavanam havyayam Vivaswan Manuve Praha Manurikshvaka Virmavet Yevam Parampara Praptihi Imam Rajarshayo Viduhu Sakale Namahata Yogo Nashta Parantapa. Bhagavad Gita says, Evam Parampara Praptihi. If you want to gain, if you want to get yoga, you have to follow the parampara, or you have to get it through a parampara. There is no other way for you to experience what yoga is. You can just sit somewhere, close your eyes, do everything. That is very subtle. It's not very deep. It won't, you won't have a deep root. You cannot have deep rooted in that. If you want to get stronger and you want to deeply root yourself in yoga, you need to spend time with the guru. Unfortunately, even in Bhagavad Gita was 5,000, 6,000 years back. Then only they had said that, like, as the time passed away, people started forgetting about yoga. Yoga Nashta Parantapa. Okay. You want to hear more?
Many
Then
questions.
he says, then he says, Bhakto Sime Saka Cheti Rahasyam Yehe Taduttamam. Let me teach you, since you are my devoted student, at the same time you are my friend. So let me teach you again what yoga is. And then he describes what yoga is in Bhagavad Gita. So this is how also knowledge comes through that. Okay, I'm done finally. Next question.
Next question is
Many people think yoga means it's only physical. They see some books, they see some people doing leg behind the head, back bending. They are so much caught up with only asanas. They should break those asana barriers and try to go see the yoga in different dimension. So this is lacking in many uh, practitioners. They stick to your asanas so strong. They don't want to go out of asanas. They think yoga means it's only asanas, how you bend your body, how flexible you are, how this thing you are. They are caught up with this. It's difficult for them to break and go out. They've caged themselves within asanas. But yoga is, it's beyond that. You have to transcend yourself and try to go further to realize what yoga is.
can you give examples on how to go further for students that are stuck in only understanding?
Your perception should change. Your perception towards yoga should change. It is not, I can only say it's up to you how you take yoga. If you just want it for physical practice, then it won't becomes only physical. It only becomes asanas only. If you don't want, if you say, I want to practice yoga, I want to be master in yoga, means you have to go through yamani yamas. You have to follow that. You have to incorporate all these things. You have to follow all these things in your daily life. Then only you become a yogi. Or it just, you do just do asanas. You don't follow ahimsa, satya, asteya, all those things. Then it becomes only physical practice. It's like going to the gym. If you go to the gym and lift weights, there is no yama niyamas there. Then it becomes only physical exercise. If you want to be spiritual, then you have to, asana is very important, but at the same time, you have to look at other things which is related to yoga. You have to change your lifestyle. All these things are very important in your, if you want to know what spirituality is, if you just want to experience what yoga is, these are all very important. Hmm.
Thank you. The next question is, if our teacher has already given us some intermediate asanas, is it okay to take a step back and just do primary every day?
Who is given that? It depends who's given the
Uh,
postures.
I don't know who's giving the
I
posture.
don't. Now everyone says my teacher gave. Someone does some workshop somewhere, but teacher has to see if that student is ready or not to do the intermediate posture. Sometimes you give spicy food to someone, but you don't know if they are ready to eat the spicy food, if they are capable of eating the spicy food. It is like that. You can give many asanas to anyone, say, oh, do this asana. But that student should be ready to take that, should have that flexibility, have that strength. So you are building up slowly, you build up strength. So if you build up strength, you practice, if you are strong in your primary series, if you have understood it well, then you do intermediate series. You should not stop it. You cannot come back. You have to always do it, whatever you have. But weekly once or twice, weekly once you can just do primary series, or maybe weekly twice you can do just primary series. If you are feeling it's too hard to do primary series and intermediate series, then you can back off a little bit and just do primary series 1 or 2 days in the week.
They said
Sorry, it's so
it
difficult
was
to
you.
translate.
The teacher that gave the intermediate series for them was you. And they want to just do primary every day.
You have to do it. You cannot back off.
Oh no. There's another question here from Sandeep Kumar.
Hmm.
These days, most of the yoga teachers teach anatomy and physiology more than the traditional Ashtanga or 8 limbs. Could you put some light on this subject?
No, it is good to know anatomy. It's good to know your body, what is there inside. Sometimes it's good to know anatomy, but too much of anatomy, too much of going deep inside anatomy, then you can't move your body. It's good to know what is there anatomy, but some too much is not good. It is the right. It's important for you to know what is there inside your body. So sometimes maybe your alignment is not correct in your posture. So if you know anatomy, you can just change your body. You know what I mean? Like alignment and all, you can fix it, the alignment, and do your asana practice. But no one in the past, now no one did too much of anatomy, because each student have different structure. We all see look like alike, but our inside body, our spine, our everything is little different. So it is good to know anatomy. Too much of it is not good.
Yeah, I was also wondering that question before because anatomy didn't make part of.
If you really want to know anatomy, you have to consult a doctor. orthopedic surgeon or orthopedic doctor, or a doctor who has a degree in anatomy. Someone is talking about anatomy. If you really want, you already have the yoga practice, you go to a doctor and learn who is master in that, in anatomy. So who's done studies for many years, who has who has a degree in that or a master's in that, you should go to that doctor and learn anatomy.
Next.
Sometimes they scare you also. Anatomy, this is not right, that is not. Then you cannot do any asanas. They'll say, oh, don't do this. Oh, it's anatomy, this is not good. And some teachers, they make you stand in trikonasana and explain about anatomy. See, this is like this is like that. You get stuck in that forever. There is no energy flowing in your body. You are stuck in one posture, and this teacher is explaining about anatomy. See, whatever is there, when there is, if you want the energy to flow, if you want to purify your nervous system, if you want your organs to be healthy and remove toxins from your body, you have to move your body. It is like a generator. You have to generate energy within you so that you eliminate all the toxins from your body. So this is also very important in your yoga practice. Once the body becomes pure, it is also shaucha. Your body is, all the toxins are eliminated from your body. Your body becomes very pure. Once the body becomes pure, your thoughts also will become very pure. So this is the science of yoga. First, that's why we do so many asanas with vinyasa, and this is the process is to make this body pure, non-toxic. When the toxins are removed, your body becomes nirmala. Your body becomes very pure, and the thoughts also will become pure. And once your thoughts are pure, you'll take good actions in your life. So you will start doing good karma. So it is all connected to one another. So sometimes you're sitting in one trikonasana, display anatomy, explanation, and your mind is going somewhere else. Oh, when I'll come out of this posture, I'm so hungry. I have to go there. I have to meet someone. These kind of many thoughts will come within you if you're staying in one posture for too long. Unless you're a super yogi where you can stand and keep your mind still, steady, it is difficult. Okay.
Yeah. There's two questions quite similar here from two different people, and you just mentioned a little bit about that. One is, could you explain Dharma for yoga practitioners and how it is interconnected with karma? And the other question, similar, was, could you explain more about Swadharma? Swadharma.
Swadharma. See, dharma means truth. What is true? What is right? What is wrong? You have to judge within you. What is right is called as dharma. What is wrong is adharma. So, as a yoga practitioner, we always try to do what is right. You are not, in your mind, you have to bring purity within your mind. So, how to bring purity? Like you have to live in a certain way, think in a certain way. You have to be able to judge what is right, what is wrong, what is dharma, what is adharma. This is another thing which first, basically, we have to think what is dharma, what is adharma. We don't harm anyone. We stay in a way that which is not harmful to anyone. So like that, you be like that in your life. So that is dharma, seeing what is right, what is wrong. Even making friends, you have to make friends with good people, not with bad people who try to spoil you or try to talk about others, who talk about others badly, talking bad about others. So these kind of things, if we avoid, so this is dharma. Try to help someone, that is dharma. And helping a needy people, that is dharma. That is good action you're taking. So these kind of things will make you, that is called as dharma. Karma is the same. What actions you take bad actions or good actions. Those are called as karma. Karma has cause and effect. So if you are doing good karma, you'll get good effect. You'll get good karma within you. If you do bad karma, you'll have bad karma within you. So karma is the cycle. If you do bad to someone, so that bad will happen to you. If you do good things, that good thing will protect you. So this is called karma. The karma what you have done in the past will carry to this life. What you do this. In India, we have many lives. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. So you take birth again 7 times. They say you take birth and die. You take birth again. Whatever karma you have done in this, good or bad, it will carry on to your next life. It's called as prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma means what you have done in the past. That has come to you. Though you have a different body, new body, but the karmas are what you have done in the past. So that is called as prarabdha karma. There is other sanchita karma and agami karma. To what you do now, what you will carry to next life. Okay. I'm waiting for the translator to translate.
Yeah, Hiromi is very happy. um, we have one question from Yan Wang in Chengdu.
Hmm.
She asks, either she or on behalf of her group, she asks how to change left and right unbalance.
How to change left to right unbalance.
Left and right unbalance. I think she means like if one side is different from the other side of the body, maybe.
If one posture is easier for one side and harder for the other side.
You have to keep practicing that side more.
Oh,
You
longer?
have to stay longer in that posture, that side, so that you can balance that. If you're lacking of strength in one side, stay longer in that side. Breathe, take extra breaths there. so that side of your body will get stronger. Okay.
I have a question. In this book, it was a photography book, there was a quote of your grandfather saying primary series is for everyone, intermediate is for teachers, and third is for demonstration. I don't know if this is correct, the quote is on that book, but my question is, do you believe that everyone in their lifetime can finish intermediate no matter what, no matter physical intermediate, no, primary, no matter if they have physical restrictions, if they start yoga in an older age, with some modification, you think everyone can finish primary?
Yeah, definitely. What he said was like you have to be more, you have to get primary series properly before you can go to intermediate. Most of the teachers, they have done intermediate series before they can teach. Not everyone have to be a teacher. Just please try to understand this. That is what he meant, I think. You can be a yoga practitioner, not a teacher. There were many of his students, they were only yoga practitioners. They were not teachers. So they just did whatever they can. They did just primary series, some of intermediate, but they never taught yoga to anyone. So there are many students like that. They have their own job, but they still are a good yoga practitioners, but they chose not to teach, not to become a teacher. So now also there is many people can do this. If everyone becomes a yoga teacher, who will be the students then? You won't have students if everyone is a yoga teacher. So to be a yoga teacher, first we have to learn properly. This unfortunate thing is nowadays everyone wants to become teacher, but they don't have experience. They have not gone through primary series or intermediate series. To be a teacher, there is no qualification. You have to get first qualified to be a teacher. How you get that qualification? Through your own sadhana, through your own practice, through your own the journey you go and learn and go through all these asanas and experience it, do yourself. Then only you understand what the practice is. Then only you can become a teacher. Without having, without me experiencing all these asanas, experiencing yoga, without this is my 31st, 31 years. I've been practicing yoga every day, getting up at 4 o'clock. Then only I was able to teach you all, teach many people. So without me doing the sadhana, how can I understand what this is? This is unfortunate. Even in our family, it's happening. I don't want to say who. No experience. They all want to become a teacher. They've never done yoga in their life seriously, not learned it properly, and now they are claiming, oh, I'm Patabhijasis, that this, I'm a teacher. But it doesn't come like that. You have to devote yourself, dedicate yourself for many years to understand what it is. Even teaching is very difficult. You have to understand each and every student's body, if they are good or not. You have to, teaching is also a skill. Not everyone can become a teacher. You can be a good practitioner. Unfortunately, these people, they don't have anything. They don't have, they have not gone through, they don't have any sadhana. They don't have, the teaching experience. They claim they are teachers. This is unfortunate, which is happening. This is called Kali Yuga. So it is like that. Many chose just doing primary series, which kept them physically fit, get rid of all the diseases. So for that also, yoga is good. So many people, they did in the past like that. If you see, even Krishnamacharya had only few students. He didn't have, initially he started with 100 students, but in the end there were only 5 or 6 students. Not many people. It was very difficult. It's a difficult sadhana, yoga. For many, it's very difficult. Or you can keep a short practice where you do every day to keep yourself healthy and to keep your mind calm. Like that, you can do a few asanas. You don't have to be a teacher.
We have some students that start yoga maybe like in their 50s and 60s.
They can keep a short practice. They can keep a short practice. Even we have student who started in 50s, 60s, but they devoted their life. There are many, like we have so many. There, one student here, we have Larry. I can see him. But he's a very devoted student. We have Karen from America. We have many others who come in their late in their after 50s. They're devoted. They know much more than a young student. They know about yoga much more than them. It is so. It is never say it's not possible. It is possible. We have Lynn, who's from Europe. Lynn, she's also very dedicated. She's been coming for many years. We have Michael from America. So many of them are there. A few to say now. They are devoted themselves to yoga. It's not like that. There is no age bar for yoga.
Yeah, we were just wondering whether it's okay to maybe if they've been
There
practicing.
are, of course, there is the physical limitations.
Yeah.
Even I can't do what I used to do. Like even 4 years back, what I used to do, I cannot do now. I'm nearly 50. This year I'll be 50 years old. So there is always physical limitations. But I'm wise in my, I have more wisdom than what I used to have when I was young. So I have spiritual wisdom more than what I used to have before.
You've published one book on very detail on the primary. This question is from me actually, because we have no more questions. On the primary series in detail, will you be publishing any more books or release more information on the intermediate and other series? So
Yes.
that
Yes.
oh, great.
I have already. I need some photographs. I already have photographs of me doing some asanas. So sometimes it's good to show asana and explain what it is. I've already have the material. I'm working on it. I'm busy with few other things, with the family, building new house. So I'm busy with that. Once I'm done with that, I'll publish more books. I'm not a like an author or anything. I need some help. I'm totally 100% yogi. I'm not 100% academic. Okay.
No, I think it's nice because a lot of sometimes the information it's hard to get from apart from your first book about the other series, and it's nice that if the information comes directly from you.
Yeah, so it's good. Sometimes it's also it can be a disaster. If you write everything on the book, nobody comes to you to learn.
Mm.
And what you read, each each one of each one student who reads the book, their perception will be totally different. Their understanding of the book will be different. It won't be the same. So they'll try to do all these things in their life. They'll try to do, if I talk about intermediate, and they'll go and try, and they might hurt their body, do all this. There are so many asanas. I've posted few on Instagram. These asanas cannot be taught to each and every student. They'll break their body. So it is always, if it is in book, everyone will start trying it. Then they'll hurt their body, they'll damage their body, then they'll blame that I read this book and I got injury, I got this, I got that, I got mental illness, all those things. So that is the reason I have not written any book. There is so many asanas which I have not shown anyone. Some I have not photographed also. Because this is the reason. Once you devote, once you come to Mysore and learn, slowly, slowly, I'll teach you. If you do, it takes 15 to 18 years to 20 years continuous dedication towards the practice. Then only you can learn all these asanas. If you see, if you see, there is B.K. Iyengar's book. There's so many asanas. He never taught it to everyone, each and everyone, because it's difficult to handle. Not everyone can do it. So that is where parampara comes. You have to devote, learn slowly, slowly, you'll get asanas. As an exhibition, it's good. You can show, you can write a book just to show up to what level you can reach in asanas. Not everyone can do it. And unscientifically doing all the asanas will damage your body. Even pranayama, unscientifically doing pranayama will bring reverse effect. It will bring different effect in on your body. I've seen so many people doing kumbhaka pranayama and they go crazy. They go crazy. It will damage the nervous system. So you have to do it carefully with proper advice, proper guidance. Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is the last question. Time is up.
Yeah, time is up, and the last question is a good one to end with. Actually, is from Jenny, and she asked, "Will you be doing any more online offerings during the year?" Or
online offerings?
Online
classes,
I think.
Classes, okay. What kind of offering? Yeah. We have another class on 30th, which is not in the early morning. 30th January. This is for European students, but anyone can join the class. It is at 4:30 p.m. Mysore time. I'll be posting that on Instagram, so you can check on Instagram for more details how to register. So now I'm in a very busy time. We are in a rented house now. Within June, we want to move to our own house. We are building a new house. So my children, my wife, they're all want to move as soon as possible, because this year I'm not teaching. It will be difficult. This year means up to June, I'm not planned to teach in Mysore. So it's good time for us to move there, get settled in the new house, and then I can, because all these years I was thinking only about my students, always teaching, teaching, teaching. So this year God has given me opportunity to spend time with the children. So from past 1 year, we have family responsibilities. Once we move to the new house, then there'll be more and more classes, traveling, teaching. Maybe I'll do more online classes for students who cannot come to the workshops or come to Mysore. They can even experience. Okay.
Okay. Hopefully one day you can come to Asia, do a retreat. You can take the vaccine.
Vaccine is not the solution. After 1 or 2 years, you might get another virus. What you'll do? How many vaccines you'll take in your life? You keep on taking vaccines for that, this, and there'll be some kind of effect within your body because of these vaccines. They'll start fighting each other within your body. This antibody, all these vaccines will start fighting within your body, and there'll be a big problem. You have to keep yourself clean, keep practicing yoga to bring immunity in your body. And this is the only solution. Keep practicing yoga. Yoga is the best thing to keep all the virus, keep away all the virus. So that is why all the yogis lived very long. They had a very long life. And you have to be aware of many things like keeping yourself. Shaucha is the most important thing right now is shaucha. Cleanliness, keep distancing, no kissing anyone, no, no hugging, no kissing. Yeah. The Indian culture is so good that namaste, no handshake. No handshake, we say namaste. We don't eat. If someone has had drinking water in this bottle, we don't use the same bottle. We all have separate bottles. So the saliva should not go here. That same saliva that other people should not drink this. So the saliva from your tongue, it will transfer to them. So whatever disease you have, this will go to another other person. So India has lots of good culture, and more people should adapt this culture. You leave your footwear outside the house. Don't put your footwear inside your house. See, these are all small things that we have to be very careful. Wash your yoga mats. Keep distance when you are practicing. So this is the only way we can keep rid of virus.
It's true.
Okay.
Thank you so much for today. It was very nice for us morning, for you early morning, for some people morning everywhere else or night. I'm not sure. There's people from Peru all the way Mexico as well today and Canada. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for our translators.
Thanks to everyone. Thanks to Jan, Manuel, all those students who translated. And there is, I can see many.
Hiromi.
Many authorized certified students are online. It's good when they see all the authorized students. It motivates many people to come take yoga, and they have all done good work in their own way to spread yoga, to teach everyone so that they can be healthy. This is the biggest gift you can give is good health to someone. So when you teach yoga, you're giving good health at this difficult time, especially. So this is the great work. Many, I can see Susan Finocchi, Daniela, Lisa, Larry, John. There's so many of them. If I have forgotten someone, Fuhimiko. I see many authorized students here. One student always it's so difficult to say her name with a gray hair. Simin, something. Cortis. I always have difficult saying her name.
Himena. He means
Simon, yeah.
Hermana.
Okay.
Yeah. Hermana.
Himena.
Okay. Okay. God bless you all. Stay safe. Stay healthy. So see you all next time.